We are watched, surveyed, monitored. Whatever you choose to describe it as, we are being watched all day, every day by CCTV. It's interesting to think, do CCTV cameras make us all conform to some unanimous sort of behaviour? Lion 2003 discusses social control, the ever-present threat of authoritative intervention to any acts of deviancy creates anticipatory conformity. He suggests the presence of CCTV cameras creates anticipation and causes us all to conform to a certain type of behaviour. It can be argued that CCTV cameras act as some form of deterrent. The fact that we may be aware that they're there at times through various signs, through various suggestions that there are cameras, it's possible that they do act as a deterrent. However, they cannot necessarily always stop the crime or the deviancy happening. Today, there are cameras that are able to preempt crime happening and can actually inform the police and can intervene. It can be argued that CCTV is an invasion of privacy. Why should we be filmed 24 hours a day without our permission? CCTV surveys our every movement and records it. We pretty much can't escape. Today, CCTV can be explained in the terms of electronic panopticon. Well, scholar Jeremy Bentham, his proposed panopticon was composed of an annular building circling a tower. The peripheral building was divided into cells for the inmates, which had a window facing out of the building and another facing the tower. The backlighting would allow anyone within the tower to see all the inmates. On the other hand, the tower was designed in such a way that one could not tell whether it was occupied. The actual result of this type of architecture was to arrange things, that the surveillance is permanent in its effects. Surveillance is naturalized and normalized in society. We don't question the fact that we are videoed and recorded. It has become part of our everyday lives. It's normal to us. CCTV, closed circuit television, is a good example of the assemblage qualities of surveillance. CCTV is often referred to as a single entity. It is actually comprised of multiple agendas and artifacts. Video cameras can actually be augmented by, for example, tilt or zoom, and can actually integrate digital recording devices for reconstructions. For example, they can integrate microphones for audio monitoring. Some even use enhanced biometrics so that facial profiles can be compared to those stored on criminal databases. It really is the case that the narrative for surveillance, CCTV, is the same everywhere. The narrative is that it's for safety. Philosopher Gilles Deleuze, 1992, accentuates new technological developments and views surveillance as fundamental to a new order of global capitalism, in which he terms society of control. Kevin D. Haggerty and Richard V. Erickson, 2000, discuss surveillance assemblage, the concept of the disconnected and semi-coordinated character of surveillance. Part of the power of surveillance derives from the ability of institutional actors to, for example, integrate, combine, and coordinate various systems and components. Hence why powerful institutions do not control the entire spectrum of surveillance. Surveillance is no longer controlled by one single body, whereas Foucault, 1997, discusses surveillance in a way that it was integral to the development of disciplinary power, modern subjectives, and technologies of governance. When we look at surveillance overall, it really does just suggest something bad will happen, and that's pretty much the view of most civil libertarians. Surveillance is ubiquitous. It is everywhere. It's also diverse and multifaceted. Kevin D. Haggerty and Richard V. Erickson, 2000, discuss. The UK is known for having the most CCTV cameras pretty much out of anywhere in the world. It can be argued that CCTV is exclusionary, as it segregates the deviant from the wider community.